The feminist approach and the feminist movement. To many, paid family leave may seem like a given, but would you be surprised to find out that according to the U.S. Department of Labor, only 12% of the U.S. private sector workers have access to paid family leave through their employer? We are Isabel, Besthof, Airin, Tomassi, Sarah Walker, and Amy Rojas. And today we're going to be discussing the overarching feminist approach to organizational communication, and more specifically, the theory of standpoint feminism in relationship to maternity and paternity or family leave. The best way to further the feminist goal of equality in the workplace is to include other marginalized stakeholders. Logistically, this means that both paternity and maternity leave are implemented equally and effectively and viewed as necessary. This parental leave will benefit both employees and employers and lead to a more productive, fair, and stable work environment. In this presentation, we are going to cover three main points. First, we will explain the feminist approach to organizational communication, and more specifically, the feminist standpoint theory. Next, we will describe the issue of paid family leave occurring right now at Citrix, a software company based locally in Goleta, California. Finally, we will implement what we have learned about the feminist approach and the feminist standpoint theory to present two remedies to the issue that is occurring. The feminist approach to organizational communication is linked largely to the feminist movement itself. Feminism emphasizes activism and an intellectual framework that sees issues of feminism and organizing with a constitutive framework. There are also a few main points that illustrate what the feminist approach looks like. These include the belief that gender is a primary way in which identity and power relations are configured, the belief that work is a key site where gender identity and power relations are organized, the belief that dominant systems of gender privilege men and masculinity relative to women and femininity, although these systems are not rigid or neatly drawn, the belief that gender, power, and organization are continuously created and changed in an ongoing everyday life, and that communication is the process through which this is accomplished, and a belief that in addition to the centrality of communication, material conditions are critical for an understanding of gender, organization, and power. The feminist standpoint theory embodies a few main ideals according to an article by Julia Wood titled Feminist Standpoint Theory and Needed Group Theory, Commonalities and Divergences. Some of these ideals include 1. Society being structured by power relations where men are dominant and women are subordinate, creating unequal opportunities for both groups. 2. The knowledge generated from the subordinated or marginalized groups are more accurate to organization in society as opposed to that of the dominant or privileged groups because the subordinated have greater insight on both social locations. Although marginalized, they are submerged in the dominant world as outsiders looking in, able to gain an understanding of how that group functions. An example of this concept provided in this article was the Live in Latina made for privileged families. And third, standpoints are earned off of political struggles and are shaped by, but not limited to, being members of groups defined by sex, race, sexual orientation, and class. According to textbook author Catherine Miller, the standpoint feminist works to enhance the opportunity for a variety of marginalized voices to be heard within societal dialogue.
In order to demonstrate the value that standpoint feminism could have in a corporate environment, we chose to examine a local business. I work at Citrix, a software company based in Goleta, and we offer employees maternity leave of 16 weeks with staggered decreases in pay. There is not a provision for paternity leave, which dangerously implies that women are designated homemakers, and by extension that men are designated career professionals. The problem with unequal parental leave is that it proliferates gender stereotypes in the workplace and limits fathers' ability to be involved with their newborns. Gender stereotypes impact professional power dynamics and career opportunities. For example, a man can be hired into a role over a woman with the justification of knowing they won't have the option to take off 4 months to spend time with their children. Feminist standpoint theory focuses on the ways that social location shapes knowledge. Since the executive team is majority older males, it makes sense that policies would be created with a blindness to how important having both parents home during early childhood is, and how the view of women as a sole homemaker promotes inequality in the workplace. Because parental leave times are set by a male-dominated corporate structure, it does not allow for women and employees at every level to provide insight on the matter or to voice their concerns. We've come up with two solutions based in standpoint feminism to remedy the problem that Citrix faces. First, education to all members of the company, including corporate executives, around the impact of parental leave on productivity of workers, retention, and overall equality will benefit parents and the company as a whole. Second, progressive corporate policies that match current workforce needs, which would include a survey of all employees to gather holistic feedback on needs so all members of the company feel like their opinion is valued.
To summarize, in this presentation we covered what the feminist approach to organizational communication is, and more specifically,
Why do I sound so white?
theory. Next we describe the issue of paid parental leave occurring right now at Citrix, a software company based locally in Goleta, California. And finally, we implemented what we learned about the feminist approach and the feminist standpoint theory to present two remedies to the issue that is occurring today. After exploring the problems and implementing a solution that coincides with the feminist standpoint theory, we determined that the best way to further the feminist goal of equality in the workplace is to include other marginalized stakeholders. Logistically, this means that when both paternity and maternity leave are implemented equally and effectively and viewed as necessary, this parental leave will benefit both employees and employers and lead to a more productive, fair, and stable work environment. As former U.S. Secretary of Labor Tomassi said himself, "For the good of our families and the strength of our economy, we need to lead on leave."